Have you ever had the feeling that your mind isn't functioning like it used to? You forgot where you left your keys, entered a room, and couldn't remember what you went in for, or struggled to stay focused on a simple task. If this sounds familiar, know that you are definitely not alone. In this fast-paced world, filled with distractions and constant demands, it is completely natural for our minds to feel overwhelmed. However, there are natural and effective ways to care for brain health, and nature can be an incredible ally in this process. Today, we will discuss how to improve memory, focus, and concentration with the help of medicinal plants. And the best part is, without any miraculous formulas or unrealistic promises. These are solutions that have been used for generations and are now also supported by modern science. Stick with me until the end of this video because what you will learn can completely transform your routine and provide that much-needed boost for your mind to feel more awake, balanced, and active. The first plant that deserves our attention is ginkgo biloba. Perhaps you've already heard of it in capsules sold at pharmacies, but what many people don't know is how it actually works. Ginkgo is one of the most studied medicinal plants in the world. It helps improve blood circulation, especially in the brain. This means that blood reaches the neurons with more oxygen and nutrients, and these are the cells responsible for memory, learning, and reasoning. This increased blood flow can benefit those who feel mentally fatigued, have difficulty remembering information, or experience a lack of mental clarity. Ginkgo can be taken in capsules, in the form of extract or tincture, but always with care regarding dosage. It should not be used by individuals taking anticoagulant medications without professional guidance, as it may enhance their effects. Therefore, it is essential to consult a professional before starting. Although less common, it's also possible to prepare an infusion with the leaves, though its effectiveness will be lower compared to standardized forms. Continuous use is often the key to achieving better results, with noticeable effects after a few weeks. Next, we have rosemary. That familiar scent in the kitchen goes far beyond flavor. Rosemary contains compounds that stimulate the nervous system, improving alertness, energy, and even mood. It's ideal for those who feel like they are losing focus easily or who tend to have their heads in the clouds. You can use rosemary in several ways. A cup of rosemary tea, made with a tablespoon of fresh or dried leaves for each cup of hot water, can be consumed once or twice a day. Another interesting tip is to inhale rosemary essential oil before activities that require attention, like reading or working. Simply add a few drops to a diffuser or a handkerchief and breathe deeply. This technique is even used in schools and libraries in some countries. You can also use the oil diluted in vegetable oils to massage your temples or neck. The important thing to remember is that excessive use, especially of essential oil, should be avoided. There are also studies showing that rosemary may have long-term neuroprotective effects, preventing cognitive decline when used as part of a healthy lifestyle. A simple and effective way to incorporate rosemary into your daily routine is by keeping a small pot of fresh rosemary in your kitchen. That way, you can use it for making tea or as a seasoning for food, creating a healthier and more fragrant environment. Now, let's talk about sage, a plant whose name comes from the Latin word salver, meaning to heal. And it's no coincidence. Sage has antioxidant and brain-protecting properties, and it is widely used to stimulate memory, especially during times of stress or mental overload. It works by increasing levels of acetylcholine, a substance that facilitates communication between neurons. Sage tea is a practical way to consume it. Simply use 1 teaspoon of dried leaves for a cup of water. The flavor is quite strong, but it can be softened with honey or mixed with mint. You can also find extracts in capsules at compounding pharmacies or health food stores. It's important to note that people with high blood pressure or a history of seizures should avoid using sage without professional supervision, as it may have an overly stimulating effect. Another interesting use of sage is as a seasoning. Besides making dishes more aromatic, it can be incorporated into everyday recipes like broths, meats, or roasted vegetables. This allows for gradual consumption, without overwhelming the body. Sage can also be used for natural gargles due to its antimicrobial properties, showing that this plant plays a versatile role in healthcare. Now, let's talk about gotu kola, also known as Centella asiatica. This plant is considered a brain tonic in traditional Indian medicine. Gotu kola helps improve circulation, stimulates collagen production, strengthens blood vessels, and, of course, has direct benefits for the mind. It is especially helpful for those who need more focus and balance on long days filled with tasks and responsibilities. The tea can be prepared with 1 teaspoon of dried plant for each cup of hot water. It is also available in capsules, often combined with other herbs. Gotu kola also helps reduce anxiety, which is an indirect but essential benefit for maintaining concentration. After all, an anxious mind has more difficulty staying present. Studies indicate that continuous use can improve performance on simple cognitive tasks and reduce mental fatigue. However, be cautious. If you have liver problems or take medications for anxiety or depression, consult your doctor before using it. Now, let's talk about Bacopa monnieri, one of the most promising plants when it comes to memory and cognition. It has been used for centuries in meditation practices and long-term studies because it helps maintain a clear mind and reduce distractions. Bacopa works by strengthening connections between neurons and protecting the brain from damage caused by stress. It is ideal for those who experience constant mental fatigue, frequent forgetfulness, or difficulty keeping the mind active throughout the day. Because it has a bitter and somewhat unpleasant taste, it's most commonly found in capsules or liquid extracts. The effects aren't immediate, but they appear with continuous use. In general, after 2 to 4 weeks, many people report significant improvements in memory and concentration. A good tip is to use Bacopa alongside other practices like meditation and reading, creating a true ritual of mental strengthening. It's also worth mentioning that Bacopa has mild anxiolytic effects, meaning it can help reduce daily stress. It's an excellent choice for those seeking more mental clarity without resorting to stimulants like caffeine, which can cause restlessness. For this reason, it has been increasingly used by people in demanding environments, such as teachers, healthcare professionals, and even family caregivers. Now that you know these 5 incredible plants, it's important to remember that the results are even better when we combine these natural solutions with healthy habits in our daily lives. A balanced diet, good quality sleep, physical and mental exercises are essential to keeping the brain in top condition. For example, a daily walk can help stimulate neurotransmitter production, while reading, memory games, or learning something new contribute to creating new neural connections. A diet rich in healthy fats, such as those found in avocados, nuts, and olive oil, also contributes to brain function. Antioxidant-rich foods like berries, turmeric, raw cocoa, and dark green vegetables help protect neurons from the damage caused by aging and inflammation. It's also important to care for the mind with breaks and moments of silence. Many people who begin using medicinal plants for the brain report better results when combining usage with practices like meditation, mindful breathing, or leisure time away from screens. It's like giving your mind a reset, preparing the ground for these plants to work more effectively. A common question many people ask is, can I mix these plants? In some cases, yes, especially under the guidance of a professional. However, it's best to start with one at a time, observe how your body and mind respond, and then decide if it's worth making combinations. This helps to identify the specific effects of each plant and avoid overwhelming the body. Remember to always acquire these plants from trusted suppliers. The origin of the herb makes all the difference in the concentration of active compounds. Prefer certified, organic products or those prepared by professionals. And never forget to consult your doctor, especially if you're already taking continuous medications. The interaction between herbs and medications can pose risks, and professional supervision is always the best option. If you've made it this far, congratulations. This shows that you are truly committed to your well-being and the health of your mind. Medicinal plants are not magical solutions, but they can be powerful tools for those seeking better focus, memory, and balance. Use them wisely, with patience, and, most importantly, consistently. Your mind will thank you. If you liked the video, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to receive the next videos. Share it with someone who could use a little help concentrating more or taking better care of their memory. And let us know in the comments which of these plants you've already used or are curious to try. Thank you so much for being here, and see you next time.